Morning. I hope you are well. I can't see anybody at the moment, but that's okay. Right. Okay. Hope you're all good. I'm going to start. Oh, there's still people coming in, so let me just let them in. We're starting standing. If I could just record. Oh, no, it's okay. I can do it myself. I am just muting you all. There's some noise in the background. I hope you are well. Right, let's get going. We have this morning a kind of full body flow. We're going to be looking at everything. Core, glutes, upper body, everything. So we're going to move quite fast. If there's anything that doesn't feel right for you, anything that you don't want to do something, do an alternative. I'll try and give you options as we go through, as always. So there's always something, you guys know Pilates, so there's always something you can be doing, and there's always things that you can just substitute for. Be kind to yourself, listen to your body, modify what you need. Don't worry about what other people are doing, don't worry about what I'm doing, just do what feels right for you, and if that's resting, then rest. Okay, so we start standing, and we're going to start, actually, we'll just start anywhere on your mats to begin with. So nice and tall, roll those shoulders back. If I jump towards the camera, you know, I'm just letting people in, so just carry on with what you're doing. Just taking some shoulder rolls. When you're ready, you're going to take your arms and open them out to a T. Now, from here, we're just going to find a little bit of fluid through the upper back. So we're going to round the spine, bring the arms together. So you might feel like an arch through your spine. You're going to tuck your tail under and pull your belly in. And then inhale, lift up, looking up at the sky, pressing the arms back and really opening the chest. You can really get an arch into that back. And then we go again. We round the arms, come forwards. And we inhale and we open up. And we exhale and we round. Scoop that tummy. The knees might soften a little bit to really get that tail to pull under. And inhale, open. Press those arms back. Do that 2 more times for me. Tucking the tail, scooping the tummy. Inhale, open up. 1 more. And inhale, open. Take yourself to the end of your mat. Stand up nice and tall. Lift up through your spine, press through your feet. Take your chin to your chest and take a roll down. Rolling down along the spine. Letting your tail tip up to the ceiling, letting your arms drop and your head drop. Take a breath here. Exhale, bring it back up again. And inhale, lift those arms up to the ceiling, looking up. Going again, start your exhale, tuck your chin, roll your spine down. Relax to the floor. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl up. Remember, if these are your first roll downs of the day, we are not expecting anything big, any huge movements. Just go as far as feels comfortable for your back. It's about a back release. It's not about reaching the floor. Keep your legs as straight as you can, but a little kink in the knees whilst you warm up might just be a nice option. So take that if you need it. Inhale, lift. Let's go 1 more time. You're rolling all the way down. You're going to take your hands to the floor and walk them out. So you're going to have soft knees if you need it. Come into your high plank. Find a position that's comfortable for you. Tuck your tail under, soften your elbows, draw your shoulders back. Hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your bottom up. Don't step back yet. Just press your hips back and then come back into your high plank. We hold for 5, 4, shoulders back. 3, 2, 1. Keep your heels high. Press your bottom up to the sky. Lift with your belly. Sink your chest down towards your thighs and go back into your high plank. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time we're going to stick the bottom up and then walk the hands back in. 5 or 6 steps of the hands to meet the feet, and then we curl up. Just standing. Roll those shoulders back and take a breath. Make your way down to the mat. You're going to start sitting. I'm just going to check there's no one in the waiting room. No, I think we're good. Okay, so seated to start here. I'm going to face you, but you can face the length of your mat. Now, position-wise, crossed legs or straight legs, or you can be on a cushion or on a chair. We're only here for a few minutes. We're going to replicate what we just did standing. So we're going to inhale to open up through the ribs, lift the chest. And exhale, around the spine, tuck the tail, reach the fingers forwards. Inhale, open up. Find that space, lift the ribs, press back, and exhale round. Can you do that one more time? Inhale, open. Lift up, open that throat, lengthen the chin up to the ceiling, exhale round. Now this time, come open to your T and hold it here. Sit bones heavy into the ground, place a hand down, anchor through the opposite hip, and take the arm up and over. Find your side bend, and then swap. Little rainbow swing from side to side, trying to keep your pelvis as heavy as you can, so that when you're stretching in one direction, it's the opposite hip, so this one that's anchored as I reach away from it. And if you don't get that anchor point, you don't get the stretch. It ends up a bit like this. You kind of just lean into it. So that's like that's a massive exaggeration, but it's basically what's happening. That with a stretch, it's the tiny little details that make the difference. You can spend all day stretching and not really change anything, or you can spend much less time stretching and actually get some change. So make this one your last one and relax there. When you're ready, bend your knees. So we're going to start here sitting nice and tall, taking your hands back behind the thighs and lifting up tall through the spine. Find your sit bones, drop your shoulders, tuck your tail, scoop your belly around your spine and curl back until you have straight arms. Once you're here, hold it here. Now, can you really feel the tummy pulling in? We want this kind of curved spine where you feel the tail pulling under and the belly button pulling in. Taking one arm up to the ceiling and then lowering it down again. Taking the other arm up to the ceiling, just floating it up, lowering it down. Now the hand that's holding onto the thigh, can you try and keep that quite light? Try not to be gripping on and holding on for dear life. Make this the tummy that does the work. Now, if you can, and you want to add on, the option to add on is two arms. Can you check that your feet are still flat? Can you anchor them to the ground? If they can't stay flat, you've probably gone too far. Press them into the floor. Inhale, lift those arms. They don't have to go right back by your ears, just as far back as you feel like you can inhale and hold for. Let's go 2 more times. And one more. Lifting up, hold it here, take the hands to the thighs, lift yourself up, sit tall. Now you're going to take your right leg and flatten it out. And you're going to take the right hand underneath the left thigh. And then the left arm is going to open round. So you're going to use that leg as leverage to twist back. Can you sit really tall through your spine? Reach as far back as possible. Lift up and press the floor away. Can you hug your belly into your back? And then bring it back round, reaching forwards. Do that again, same side, we twist. Rotate round, reach back, lift that chest. Exhale back. One more time. Can you reach that flat leg along the ground and really press it into the floor? So you feel like the right toes and the left fingers are reaching away from each other. Anchor through your sit bones and then rest there. Switch sides. I'm going to spin round, you don't have to. So it's left leg that's flat now. Left hand goes under right thigh. Right arm forwards and open. Sit bones are heavy, reach back. Inhale, exhale, close. 2 more times. Strong through that leg, that bottom leg. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. 1 more time. Nice and tall. Can you push up through the crown of the head? Press the sit bones into the floor. Back to center and rest there. Bring yourself back to bent knees. Shuffle forward so you've got space behind you. When you're ready, reach the arms long. Sit nice and tall, round your spine. Find your C shape, and we're going to try and curl all the way back to the mat. If you need to hold on to do that, that's completely fine. Take your time. Let's go for 4 and 3 and 2. Feet stay down. And 1 and rest it all the way down. Make yourself comfortable lying on your back here, arms by your sides. So we're going to have parallel legs, parallel feet, hip distance, arms by your sides. Now, I want to be really clear on the feet position here. So let's bring the feet together so they're touching. And then keep your toes together, but swing your heels out. Place them down, and then swing your toes out. Place them down. So that means that we're not too wide, because we don't want to go too wide for this sequence. It's quite important. Relax your arms by your sides. When you're ready, take a couple of pelvic tilts. So we squeeze the lower back into the ground and then release back onto neutral. Taking a couple of tilts forwards and backwards, finding the belly. So can we think of following the breath? It's an exhale to squeeze. Follow that exhale and follow the speed of the exhale. So the whole out breath needs to be a tuck, a press, a scoop, a squeeze, and the whole in breath is a release, finding your way back to that tailbone. Can you just use this opportunity of relative quiet to just check in on your ribs, make sure they haven't lifted, relax your shoulders, press your arms into the ground, and just do 2 more exactly like that. So find some strength, check that your legs aren't moving around, aren't swinging or rocking, and just check that you can follow that kind of runway of your spine. On your next one, hold it in neutral. Now wrap yourself in a really tightly boned corset, tuck your ribs in, do up your waistband, feel your belly pulling to center. Imagine everything just kind of cinching in and pulling into the middle. And when you're ready, and you've sorted out your ponytail, take a bridge. You're going to press your feet into the floor, lift up into your bridge. Now hold at the top here. Check you haven't gone too far. Can you reach your knees over your toes? Can you find your tummy? If you can't feel your tummy here, you're probably too high. If you can only feel your lower back, you're too high. Relax your chest. Arms are quite strong into the floor to get that lift through the body without pushing up through the ribs. Now you're going to keep that shape, but just tap your bottom to the floor. So we go down and squeeze up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Keep going like this. Use your bottom. Can you find your glutes anymore? Can you take more of a squeeze of the butt to get off the mat? Can you feel all 10 toes pressing into the floor? Press through your feet. Make sure your knees are staying parallel. You have one more like this. Don't go so high that this becomes a lower back exercise. If it does, you're too high. Nice and long at the top here, hold it. Take it halfway down and lift. And halfway, squeeze up. Strong tummy. Exhale, feel that waist tightening. Every time you move, every inch of movement, you should know what's happening in your core. Make that your priority. Squeeze your bottom. Let's go for 2. And last one, hold at the top. Now hold this here. Doesn't have to be too high. Drop an inch if you need to. When you're ready, press your knees together like you are squeezing into a piece of foam. And then allow them to open again. Now I want you to find this a really targeted exhale. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. Just to parallel. And release. Do that another 4 times. Feel your glutes. Find your pelvic floor. Use your exhale. Make it happen for you internally. Feel the core switching on. Feel the obliques drawing your waist into your center. 2. And last one. Hold it at parallel and lower yourself down. Once you're down, keep your feet where they are. Take a couple of pelvic tilts. I know it's going to be tempting to hug those knees into the chest. If you desperately need to, then do. Otherwise, stick with me. We're not done. Finish on your tailbone. When you're ready, bring your feet together so heels and toes swing in. Now, I want you to squeeze your knees together like your inner seams of your leggings have been stitched together. Can you now imagine there's 50-pound notes all the way along the inside of your legs? You've got to hold those legs together. That's the only thing I want you to worry about. Now, before you lift your bottom, can you find your glutes? Squeeze your butt cheeks and press up. Now, you might find you don't go as high here. Sometimes the move or the positioning of people's pelvis means that they're having the legs together. They just can't get the height. And that's completely normal, completely fine. So if that's you, don't push it. Come to a comfortable lift. Don't push up through the ribs. There's always that potential of not going too high with the hips and wanting to compensate by kind of pushing the ribs up. Don't do that. Relax your shoulders. Squeeze those knees together. Press them into each other. Tight tummy. Press and lower. We're going to go for 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it here. Halfway. We go down and up and down and up. Now use the glutes. Keep those knees pressing. Have they come apart? Check on them. for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hold at the top. Now we do the opposite with the knees. We open and we squeeze, and 7, squeeze. Use the glutes, use the tummy for 6. Chest should be relaxed for 5. Squeeze, and 4. Inner thighs, pelvic floor. Really great opportunity to work pelvic floor. Not only is it really accessible, but it's also working without gravity working against it. So you've got a much easier opportunity as we've got the pelvis up. 1 more here, hold it. If your lower back is sore, lower it down or use more core. Hold it here, squeeze for 3, 2, 1. Take the bottom down, hug the knees into your chest. Take a breather here, have a little roll around. Taking just a moment here to find a little bit of space through the lower back, a little bit of release for the glutes. Okay, so let's take the left leg down to the ground. Hug the right knee into the chest. Now that left leg, can you really reach it away from you? You squeeze the right leg in. Now take your hands around the back of the right thigh and extend it up. It might not go just straight, that doesn't matter. Just get it as straight as you can. Shoulders are down, we're lifting and lowering, finding just a few moments to stretch out the backs of the legs. So finding that extension. On your next one, hold at the top, get it as straight as you can, and flex and point, and flex and point. So just keep moving through the ankle joint. Find a few little dorsi and plantar flexion. Hold it at a point. Now keep your hands around the back of the thigh. You might want to bend your knee. That's going to be an option for you if you struggle with this exercise. Bending the knee is a modification. Otherwise, straight leg. You're going to draw your tummy in. You might want to walk your hands up to your calf. You don't have to. You're going to lift into your chest lift. At this point, you're going to start to press the leg into the hand, squeeze into the tummy, and roll yourself up to sitting. At the top, whether you came up with a bent leg or a straight leg, you're going to hold your calf and you're going to lift up through your spine. Doesn't matter how you got here. If you needed to kind of just lift yourself up, that's fine. Once we're here, now we're all back together again. So hold it. Lift at the top. Can you straighten your back anymore and drop your shoulders? Keep hold of that right ankle with your left hand and take the right arm and reach back. Same twist as we did earlier. Reaching back, fingers and toes away from each other, tummy strong, lift that chest open. And now we bring it back round. We'll do that 2 more times. We open out. And we exhale, close. Tummy on, 1 more time. Inhale, open. And close. Now bent leg or straight leg, hold onto the calf or the back of the thigh, round through your tummy and curl yourself down. Once you're down, keep the leg where it is, but bring your arms by your sides. We're going to take a lower of that leg, tummy strong, pelvis still, and exhale, lift. We go down and lift. 2 more times. Down. Can you flex the foot of the leg on the floor? Of that left leg, push out through the heel. Last one, lift it up, hold it here. Now take your hands behind your head. Exhale, lift that chest. Now you might want to bend this knee. That is always an option, and do toe taps. Otherwise, straight leg, we're going down, flexed foot, and lift up. And 3, and lift. And 2. Last one, chest nice and high. Lift up, hold it here, lower the chest down. Keep the leg where it is. Take little circles. Keep your hands behind your head. You're circling around a kind of family platter. 2, and 1. Let's go the other way for 4. Keep that pelvis nice and still, elbows wide. 3, 2. Can you keep your body any more still? 1, and lower that leg back down again. Stay where you are. I'm going to spin around just for space. And we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So when you're ready, we're going to take hold of that left leg now. Right leg is going to go flat. Just hug the knee into the chest. Hold it here. When you're ready, take your hands around the back of the thigh and extend up. Reach that leg up and lower it down. We'll just do a few like this. No worries, particularly about what's happening in the ankle. Just finding some length down the back of the thigh. Anchor your tail if you can, hold at the top. Now we flex and point. A few times here. Working the mobility of your ankle, shoulders are down. One more here. Now remember, bent leg is a modification. Straight leg is your option. Lift your chest. Take your hands wherever you feel comfortable. Use that leg, push it into your hands. Shoulders are down. Come up to sitting tall. When you're up, take hold of the shin. Lift that chest. Can you take your right leg to your left ankle and rotate round? Twist and reach back. Now that left leg can be as straight as possible. Can you lift the chest anymore? And close up. Do that again. Lift those ribs. Inhale, open. Reach back. Exhale, close. Last one. Really nice for posture. Open and close. And now we walk the hands down. We round the spine and we curl down to the ground. Keep the leg where it is. Take your arms to the floor. We lower that leg. Flex both feet. Push out through the heels. And exhale, bring it up. Use that breath for 3. And reach it up for 2. Get it as high as you can, keeping the leg as straight as possible. Last one here. Hold the hands behind the head. Exhale, lift the chest. When you're ready, we do 4 more. Down. Squeeze from the tummy. Try and pull the belly in on that exhale. So the leg tends to take over and take focus. Try and find that tummy. Last one. Lift, hold it here. Now take your head down, keep your hands behind your head if you can. Circles, 4 in each direction. You can bend the knee and do this with a tabletop leg if it's easier for you. 2, remember the focus is on the stability, not the way whether or not you've got a straight leg. So we go the other way for 4. If you need a bent leg to get the stability, then take it for 3. Shoulders down, elbows wide for 2. Thigh might be working, tummy should be working. 1, hold it there and lower it back down. Keep your hands where they are, bend your knees. Last bit on the floor here. We're going to exhale, lift. Hold it here, keep your chest high, reach your left leg to your side. We pulse. We're going to go up and down, breathing in for 4 or 5 and out for 4 or 5. Keep your pelvis stable and your right arm elbow wide. Hold it there. Take the hand back behind the head. Right arm goes to your side. We pulse in. Inhale for 4 or 5 beats. Exhale for 4 or 5 beats. Hold it here. Both arms. And we pulse. We have the remainder of our hundreds here. Now, if you'd like to, bring your legs to tabletop. It's an optional add-on if you would like a little bit more effort, a little bit more strength, a little bit more load. But if it's perfectly fine and you're feeling it on the floor and this just adds an element that confuses it, don't bring them up. Tummy on. Remember, every exhale is a scoop. It's a squeeze. It's finding that belly. 3, 2, 1. Hug it in. Relax there. When you're ready, rock yourself up to sitting. And take a big lift up through your spine. Okay, we're going to be here just for a second. So, holding onto the backs of your thighs, lift up tall, round your spine, find your C shape. Tail draws under, shoulders draw down, tummy stays pulling in. When you're ready, we're going to take a leg up and lower it down. Extend up, just a tabletop. Now, this balance point is optional. You can have your toes on the floor if you wanted to. Otherwise, you tip back a little bit and you just hold the balance as you lift and lower the legs. It's an option. I want you to try and think of your tummy here, though. Can you look down at your inner thighs? Can you drop your shoulders any more? And can you pull your belly into your spine? Let's do one more here. Now, your option is to take the arms long, but hold everything else where it was. So if your hands are there or not, the position should be the same. We do the same for 8. And 6. And 5. Remember, having the toes on the floor in a balance is your option. 4. 3. Are your shoulders down? For 2. For 1. Hold it here. Remember, option. Don't have to do it. Arms up. Try and hold the body position. We go again for 8. And 7. Can you scoop any more? For 6. And 5. Shoulders down. For 4. Eye line down. For 3. Tuck. 2. 1, hold it and relax. Take your legs long, flex your feet, lift up through your spine. Take a spine stretch, chin to chest. Reach forwards, legs together, feet flexed. Scoop and lift tall. Chin to chest, reach it over the legs. Now remember, with a spine stretch, this is not about, can I fold in half and get my nose to my shins? It's about the spine stretching. So pull your ribs in as you go forwards. It's about almost pulling back to reach forward. So your spine really lengthens. It's not really even about the hamstrings. You can bend the knees a little bit if you need to. Chin to chest and reach. Now, can you take your hand, your right hand, to either the left shin, ankle, or toes, wherever that hand lands. Okay, it doesn't matter where it is. Just hold on wherever feels comfortable. And then with the left arm, you're going to open out, reaching back. That same opening we've been doing all morning. And we close. Legs are long. Holding on with the right arm, shoulders down. Inhale, open with the left. One more time. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Go to the other side. I'm spinning the space. You don't have to. Other side. Tummy pulls in. Now remember, it's not about folding in half. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, close. Can you keep those legs together so they don't slide along each other? They stay still. So you have to reach from the shoulders, from the back, from the twist. Bottom shoulder down. So left shoulder is down, right one reaches back. One side may feel completely different to the other. Totally normal. Come on up. When you're ready, cross your legs over, spin over onto hands and knees. Okay, so 4-point kneeling here. Hands are underneath shoulders. Can you lift up through your tummy? Draw your knees to a right angle. Make sure you're not hanging your head, so you're looking ahead of your fingertips. Lift up through your belly. Let's take a cat. Just a couple, just to warm up in this position and find that middle point. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach and open. One more time. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Find a middle point. Hold it there. Tuck your toes under. Squeeze your tummy to your spine. Don't change your body position. Nice flat back. Lift your knees off the ground. Hold it here. Now try not to look at the knees, but could you lower them an inch? Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Untuck your toes. Bend your elbows to your knees and tap your nose to the floor. And press up. Now, try not to let those elbows go wide. Think of them coming narrow. And your body has to go forwards then of your fingers. You have to load the arms to work the arms. This is what I see a lot of. Elbows coming down, bottom going back. I want bottom to stay over knees. Or if anything, it travels forwards of knees, which means we have to load those triceps. You've got 2 more. Inhale, lower. Use the breath. Exhale, core to lift. 1 more. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Hold it here. Tuck those toes. Shoulders pull back. Find the hover. Now, option if you want it, you can stay here, or you can walk a leg back, other leg back, in and in. Other side. We go out, out, in. Is your pelvis nice and stable? Out, out. Shoulders down. Don't hang your head. 1 more. Lengthen, belly on. Find that little tuck if you need it. In and lower. Relax there. Sit back into your child's pose. Woo, breathe it out. When you're ready, put your tummy. We finish today with our little back extension. So we're not here for a huge amount because we've done quite a bit of extended work already and quite a bit of posture work. So arms in a W, tip of the nose on the ground. Legs are maybe a little bit wider than you are. Draw your shoulders back and can you anchor your elbows heavily into the floor? Lengthen those legs like you're reaching them to the back of the room. Squeeze your bottom, lift your belly. When you're ready, lift your chest. Now, as you're lifting up, can you reach your ribs forwards and keep your elbows pressing actively into the ground? Hold it here, straight back down. Are your legs on? Have you got energy through your lower body? Can you feel, as you're lifting your chest, what your lower body is doing? Keep awareness there. Try not to let it be outdone by the upper body movement. The lower body is just as important, but it tends to get forgotten because it's still. One more. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Last one. I want you to come all the way up and just halfway down. Hold this one here. Now, holding your hover here, can you still feel your legs? Can you lift your right arm off the ground? Just hover it. We're not extending it, we're just lifting it. Now, when you lower it down, the hand and the elbow should touch at the same time. We want them to stay on the same level. Left arm, up. Exhale, lower. Right, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Can you still feel those elbows have some energy into the floor when they're down? I tend to see people going into a little grasshopper here with the elbows sort of lifting or wanting to lift. Try and get them down. One more here. Now, if you can, strong legs, reach them back. Squeeze your bottom, both arms at the same time. Inhale, lift. This is an optional add-on. You don't have to do it. If it feels too much or too heavy, stick with single. You have another 4. Think of those shoulder blades moving together. 3. And 2. Collarbones broad, tummy pulled up. 1. And relax down there. Keep your hands where they are. Press the floor away, lift the chest, and can you lift up to maybe straight arms, almost straight arms, doesn't matter which. Reach forwards. Don't worry if you need a bend in the elbows, totally fine. Open the chest, draw the armpits down. Stay here. Take some big breaths into the chest. Fill the ribs in this position. Close your eyes. Now, turning your head from side to side. You have an optional breathwork sequence, sort of between 5 and 10 minutes coming up. So if you are leaving now, that's totally fine. Happy Christmas. Otherwise, make your way down onto your backs. So twiddling around, I'm going to talk you through a sequence of kind of calm. It's meant to be relaxing, but it's also meant to have some focus and intention to it. So the brilliance of breathwork is that it takes you out of your external and into your internal. So there will be points during this when you feel your mind wandering. Grab yourself something warm, a blanket, a jumper. I'm actually going to put my jumper on. And just make yourself comfortable lying on the mat. Remember that as your mind wanders, which it will, you're just going to bring it back. You're just going to say thank you, acknowledge that your mind has wandered. I'll come back to that later. For the moment, I'm focusing on myself. So we just take those thoughts and we just bat them away. But that might need to be intentional. So don't feel ever like a sort of meditation or breathwork is a failure if you can't stay concentrating, because that's not really the point. Okay, so nice and relaxed. Lengthen your legs, let your feet roll out, relax your shoulders, close your eyes. So we're going to start with some focused breathing. I'd like you to breathe your inhale into your ribs, into your lungs. Can you imagine that you're trying to breathe really wide? You're trying to fill your lungs in all directions. Can you imagine the physical lung? Can you imagine the softness of it expanding and hardening as you add the breath? And you fill the lungs. Can you imagine the lungs pressing out into the ribs, into the chest, filling the thorax, filling the chest cavity in all directions? Imagine that every rib is separated from the next by another little muscle that has the capacity to stretch and widen. So every breath you take is breathing into those sections. You can expand laterally. You can expand up and down. into the mat. Do a few more of these, just filling the thorax with air. And then getting rid of that air quite intentionally, and imagine those ribs narrowing. Feel them pulling into center and drawing downwards and inwards. Try and make sure when you're doing all of this that there's no other tension. There might be, so don't worry if there is. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck, and take it back to the breath. You might need to constantly come back to the relaxation, to switching those muscles off, and that's okay. It's a practice. Now we're going to expand that breath, and we're going to breathe in for a count of 4 into the ribs. So we go, when you're ready, for the inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. And out. 2, 3, 4. In. And out. In. Out. Now keep going like that, and we're going to add in a hold. So when you're ready, we're breathing in together for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Slightly longer for in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we breathe naturally and calmly, quietly. We're going to take our focus to the rest of the body. Whilst you're breathing, can you focus on your toes? Taking the energy out of them, feeling them go heavy, feeling them relax. How about the arches of your feet? And the ankles? Can you let them go? Let them go heavy. Feel them heavy into the ground. Can you relax your calves? Get your focus there into those muscles at the back of the shin. And then maybe also into the kneecaps. Can you allow your knees to just drop out? The thighs are going to feel heavy and relaxed. And your hips are going to roll out. Let the legs feel heavy into the mat. Imagine your legs leaving a dent in the floor, an imprint where you've been lying. Can you relax your bottom, your glutes? Take a big inhale breath into your pelvic floor and feel it broaden. Imagine that muscle letting go. Imagine the pelvis widening, opening and resting on the floor, spreading wide, take up space. Can you take some big inhale breaths into your belly? Feel the inhale fill the lungs and then fill the belly. Allow the tummy to rise and fall. Can you breathe wide into the waist? Fill up your jeans, fill up your leggings. Press against that waistband. Can you relax your fingers, your wrists? Let your hands feel heavy. Let your forearms roll out, elbows are relaxed. Biceps are long. Arms are heavy into the ground. Your shoulders nice and open. Your collarbone broad. And you're bringing your thoughts back to each individual section of your body. Relax your chest and your neck. Your collarbones open and widening and relaxing the shoulders down into the floor. Can you let those shoulders go heavier with every breath? Breathe into that area and exhale to let the tension go. Relaxing your jaw and your tongue, your frown and your eyelids. Can you release your forehead? Feel your head heavy into the ground. And now we're going to breathe in for a count of 6. For 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out for 4, 3, 2, 1. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out, 3, 2, 1. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out, 3, 2, and 1. Keep breathing. Start to wriggle your toes, wriggle your fingers. Scrunch your toes. Find fists with your hands and then let them go. Scrunch up your face, find your frown, scrunch your eyes, and then let it go. Start to take some big energizing breaths. Start to roll your legs in, lift your arms and reach overhead. Stretch from toes to fingers. Stretch out, bring yourself up to sitting. However is comfortable for you to do so. Take your hands onto your knees. However you're sitting, take a big inhale breath. And exhale, you are done for your Saturday morning. I really hope that it was worth being here for, making the time for. If you're doing this on a catch up, I hope it was enjoyable for you too. Guys, happy Christmas. If I don't see you again, have a lovely break, enjoy some rest, some time. And come back to this breath work whenever you need it. Take it whenever you need a little bit of space. Find 5 minutes and I will see you all really soon. Take care. Bye.